Our first student athlete that will be inducted tonight is Troy McIntyre. A 2008 graduate of Triton High School, Troy earned 13 varsity letters. He earned 3 letters in football, 4 letters in basketball, 4 letters in baseball, and 3 letters in track. Troy earned MVP honors 4 times in his career, 1 time in football, 2 times in basketball, and 1 time in track. He was also named the Male Athlete of the Year in 2006 and also in 2008, making him one of only 2 Trojan athletes, male athletes, who have received the Athlete of the Year honor more than once. Troy's distinguished career also includes receiving Northern State All-Conference honors 6 times, once in football, 3 times in basketball, and twice in track. He was a track sectional champion 3 times, winning one time in the shot put and 2 times in high jump. Troy was a member of the first football sectional championship in school history his senior year and was later named to the AP All-State Football Honorable Mention team as a quarterback. Troy was also part of another first when the 2008 boys basketball team was the Class A state champion. In the spring season of his senior year, Troy was on the sectional baseball team. In total, Troy won 6 sectional championships, 1 regional championship, 1 semi-state championship, and 1 state championship. Troy finished his athletic career by playing in a baseball game and then driving straight from the game to Bloomington for the IHSA State Track and Field Finals, where he finished 8th place in the high jump, clearing a height of 6 feet 4 inches. I announced 6 feet 6 inches last night. I tried to give him an extra 2 inches. Troy was named to the South Bend Tribune WSBT Sports Fest All-Star teams in both football and in basketball. He was named the 2007-2008 South Bend Tribune Athlete of the Year. Triton boys basketball coach Jason Groves had this to say about Troy. Troy is one of the best all-around athletes I have ever coached. More importantly, Troy is one of the greatest leaders and one of the hardest working and most coachable players I've ever coached. Troy deserves a lot of credit for making our basketball program what it has been over the years, because he helped set the standard of what being a leader, teammate, student athlete, multi-sport athlete, and friend should look like. Troy was a great basketball player and all-around athlete, but most importantly, Troy was a great leader and a great person. Congratulations, Troy. And from Triton varsity football coach Rodney Eunice. When I think of Troy, 3 things come to mind: great athlete, amazing work ethic, and exceptional leader. When Troy came in as a freshman, I could tell he was going to be a special player. By the time he finished his senior season, he had put his name in the record book for most of the quarterback records. If you ask Troy, though, his greatest accomplishment for football was helping his team capture the school's first ever sectional championship. He was always about his teammates. I am proud of the way he represented his family, school, community, and teammates. Congratulations on being selected into the Hall of Fame. Troy currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia, with his wife, Jessica. Troy currently is working as a financial accountant at Wood PLC in Atlanta. Accepting the award tonight is Troy McIntyre himself. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Troy McIntyre. At this time, I officially induct my little, not so little brother into the Triton Athletic Hall of Fame.
I'm shocked Mason didn't have any jokes in there for me, but don't have any auctions planned. Not going to raise any money for the program, so I apologize for that in advance, but I'll just try not to bore. I would like to start off by saying what an amazing honor and special day this is for me. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee. I know there were many amazing candidates in contention, and it is very humbling to be inducted into the Triton High School Class of 2019 Athletic Hall of Fame. I would like to congratulate Taryn, Mr. Lemler, and Mr. Wattenbarger for their inductions as well. All have achieved remarkable accomplishments and have made countless contributions to Triton athletics. It is an honor to be in the same class as them. I would like to start by quickly thanking the people whom without their love, support, encouragement, and guidance, I would not be up here today. I wish I could list everyone by name, but I think we only have the hall rented for another couple hours, so I'll try to be brief. My siblings, Ben, Mason, and Cassie, I think my love for sports began by watching you guys compete as I was growing up. I wanted to be just like you. Thank you for being such strong role models and for tolerating your little brother as your teammate. Lindsay and Shauna, you have always been big sisters to me, and I want to thank you for your support. Granny, to all my aunts and uncles, cousins, and nieces and nephews, which make up about 3 tables here, I think, I would like to thank you all. And it was always so amazing to have my own cheering section at all my games. Thanks for being such an amazing support system. Jordan, from pretending to be Bryce Drew, hitting the game winner in the driveway, to being an assistant coach my senior year of baseball and warming me up in the bullpen. Thanks for always being a part of my life. To all my coaches, Coach Eunice, Coach Groves, Coach Kreft, and Coach Doty, along with the countless assistants, volunteers, junior high, and elementary coaches, thank you so much for helping me become the best person and player that I could be. To my teammates, I could not have accomplished any of the things I did without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for always pushing me, and thank you for all the amazing memories that I made with you. I would especially like to thank my teammates' parents for all that you did for us. From early morning practices to overnight tournaments, everyone was always willing to help in any way that they could. We were one big family, and some of my fondest memories will be the time that we were all able to spend together. To the community, thank you for always supporting our teams. I will always remember the crowds at our basketball games, the police escort and caravan on the way home from the state championship, and the students rushing the field after we won the school's first football sectional championship. Growing up in a small town and being able to share in our success with the community truly made it all the more special. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents. My parents are the hardest working and most selfless people I know. Growing up, everything they did was for my siblings and me. I never had to think about if they were going to be at my game or how I was going to get to practice. Thank you for the unwavering support and love. I truly would not be where I am today without you both, and I appreciate it all from the bottom of my heart. Okay, now on to the good stuff. When Mason called to tell me I was being inducted, a lot of thoughts went through my mind. I was flooded with the memories I had made through my athletic career. I remembered all the come-from-behind wins, the buzzer beaters, the blowouts, the ups, the downs, the wins, and the losses. And while examining my 4 years here at Triton High School, I realized that my experiences added up to more than a state championship in basketball or a sectional title in baseball. These experiences and the amazing people I met along the way have helped shape me into the person I am today. High school and high school sports were a short time in my life, but I feel like I learned so many important life lessons through them. I would like to tell a few stories that help illustrate these lessons, specifically the significance of overcoming adversity, the value in having a strong work ethic, and the importance of being a resilient leader regardless of circumstance. I didn't know this in high school, but in the 10 years since, I've learned that life can knock you down. But in life and in sports, when you're knocked down, you owe it to yourself to get back up and continue with conviction. When I was a sophomore, I was going to be starting in my first varsity football game. We were playing Caston, and despite the nerves, I was having a pretty good game. With about 4 minutes left, we were up by 3 points, and we had the ball, so things were looking good. Until I made a terrible play and threw an interception that was returned for a touchdown. I came over the sideline, and there may have been a tear or two running down my face as I thought I'd just blown the game for my team. Coach Eunice walked to where I was standing. He was completely calm. He took me by the shoulder pads and looked into my eyes. He said, "It's time for you to decide what type of player you want to be. We're about to get the ball back, and we're only down 4 points. Get ready to get back in there and win a football game. Those reassuring, motivating words echoed in my head as I retook the field with my teammates, and we marched down the field and scored with less than a minute to go to win the game. With the help of Coach Eunice, I learned that day, and so many days since, a valuable life lesson, that so much of sports and life are about how you deal with adversity. It is very rare that things will be easy and always go your way. Things will be hard, you will be disappointed, you will feel defeated. But you get back up and continue for your teammates, for your family and friends, but most importantly, for yourself. I would like to thank Coach Eunice for teaching me that lesson. Another unforgettable memory that I have from my athletic career took place during my senior basketball season. All the players, our coaches, and our dads went for an overnight trip to Newcastle, Indiana. Newcastle is where the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame is, where you can find Lori Feldman, and is host to the Hall of Fame Classic Basketball Tournament. While we were not playing in the tournament, we were going to watch some games, go to the Hall of Fame, and we were going to get to practice in the gym where they shot the movie Hoosiers. A fun weekend. This will not surprise anyone who knows me well, but I forgot to bring my basketball shoes along with me. My mom must not have packed for me for this trip, so so all I had were these low-cut Puma shoes that had no support, no traction, and basically no business being on a basketball court. But I remember thinking to myself that it wouldn't be a big deal. We're practicing in the gym where they shot Hoosiers. Our dads are going to be there watching. I'm sure it's going to be a walkthrough, some shooting, a nice fun practice. Boy, was I wrong. A few minutes into practice, we're doing some of the hardest defensive drills I had ever experienced. We were diving on the floor. We were lining up to run line drills. And it was one of the toughest practices of my basketball career, and I really struggled. My feet were sliding all over the court. I could barely keep up with my teammates, and the 4 large blisters I came home with certainly ensured that I would never forget my basketball shoes again. My blisters slowly healed, and the life lesson Coach Groves bestowed on all of us that day slowly sunk in. Every practice is a chance to improve. Every day is a chance to get better. It is easy to want to go through the motions, to just mail it in and get through the day. Coach Groves didn't see it as a meaningless practice where we could play in a cool gym. He saw it as an opportunity to get better. He showed me the importance of having a strong work ethic day in and day out. Every single day is an opportunity, and no opportunity should be wasted. This applied to me not only as a high school athlete, but it applies to me today and will every day for the rest of my life. Some days I'm tired or frustrated or apathetic, but every day I must get up and work hard to improve myself, become a better accountant, a better coworker, a better husband, a better friend, son, neighbor. Every day counts, and I would like to thank Coach Groves for teaching me that lesson. Okay, this is the last story I'm going to put you through, and it's one of my favorites. This also took place during my senior year basketball season. We started out the season well, very well. We were 16-0, but we hadn't been playing particularly well the last few games. We ran into a tough part of the schedule and lost back-to-back games to Rochester and Tippy Valley in the same week. And we lost badly. After the Tippy Valley game, tensions were high. Everyone was frustrated. We knew we had talent and should be playing better than we were, but we were all pretty much cocky teenagers. There was a lot of arguing and finger-pointing. Everyone was blaming each other for the struggles, and nobody was taking accountability for their own play. It was while all this was going on that an unsuspected person stepped up to the front of the room. That person was Patrick Smith. Patrick was a senior on the team who always practiced and played hard, but rarely got any playing time. I actually don't think he had played a minute in the past 2 losses. Nonetheless, Patrick was the one who stepped up. The first words out of his mouth were, "This is bullcrap." This quickly got everyone's attention. He went on to tell us how selfish we were all being, how he comes to practice every day and works his tail off even though he knows he won't get to play much. And here we are with all this talent, and we're too busy being self-centered and bickering with each other to take advantage of it. He made it clear that our season was going to go down the drain if we couldn't put our egos to the side and play like a team. We all looked at each other, and we knew Patrick was right. His speech brought us together, and after that night, we never lost another high school basketball game. I really don't know if our state championship would have been possible if not for Patrick giving us a much-needed reality check and bringing the team back together when we needed it the most. Patrick was a true leader that day, and he demonstrated that leadership can come from anyone. You don't have to be the team captain or the coach to help lift up your teammates in a time of need. The same can be said in life. You don't have to be the head of household, the most senior person on the account, or the boss. All that matters is that you have a true heart, a clear mind, and love for those around you. In closing, I would like to thank you again for having me this evening and for the tremendous honor you have bestowed upon me. I'm so grateful for my time spent here at Triton High School. So thankful for the memories, friendships, and experiences. Not only has time given me lifelong memories, but it has instilled meaningful traits within me that I will carry on for the rest of my life. I am a better man because of it. Thank you.
For obvious reasons, Troy's induction is special to me. I'm so proud of Troy and all of his accomplishments, but I'm even more proud of the man that he's become. And I look forward to watching he and his wife, Jessica, continue to grow. You gave us a lot of good memories over the years. All of them except for, I think, maybe this one right here. I would kind of like to forget that I've seen that. If you look closely, what shoes are you wearing in that picture?
Low-top Pumas.
Low-top Pumas. You said they had no business on the basketball court, but it looks like you had no business wearing them at all. Whew. By the way, I had no clue that the shoes were going to be brought up in the speech, so that was great. Once again, congratulations, Troy.